I was just going to show you how to get to the assignments in Schoology. And if you go to our courses and say, for instance, you're going to reading, you would click on that. Of course, it has all these things in here where you can get to our Zoom meeting. This would be the first story that we would have read in our textbooks in the building. And you can go through that at any time. These are just some extra links down here. But over here where it says upcoming will be the assignments that will be coming up that are due. I've tried not to make anything too hard right now, or I think we have something due on the 11th and then not again till next Monday. But right now it's just playing with them to see that you can do them more so than did they get a good grade on this. I just want to see if we can get assignments down pat. So they would click on this where it says upcoming and short A right there. And then there will be a link, and they'll click on the link, and it says, would you like to make a copy? And the reason of that is because without making a copy, they would all be editing the same document. So they'll make a copy, and it'll be their very own, and it'll come up in a second. A minute. And they'll see this passage, and it's about Tad, and it tells us to color the add word families with the blue crayon. But obviously they can't do that on a computer screen, but they can pull these blue dots there. So it says cover all that add words with a dot. So we would put add for Tad, and then I guess they could start it down here. They could also put it on mad, and then bad. But obviously, the first thing they do is to read the passage, and each time they read it, they can move one of these that said they've read it the first time, they've read it the second time. And after they read it, they will go over here and answer the questions. Who did Tad make mad? I have not read this passage, but I'm just going to assume maybe it was Dad. Did Dad make Tad mad? I don't know. But anyway, so they would click on that box and then they could type Dad. They can just look right at the passage. I know it might take a second to type, but just one word is plenty. And then they will use these to highlight where they got that information from in the story. And then right here it says, what is a synonym for glad? It would be happy. And it says drag a check mark to the correct answer. Well, I'm dragging myself. All right, so they would just drag the check mark to happy, like that. And then on theirs, they would be able to share it with me. And if it doesn't say share, you can just snap a picture and send it to me on Dojo. Okay. Another way to get to assignments is up here, there is a calendar. If you click on the calendar, it tells you all the events and things that are coming up, as well as the assignments. So the ELA review, I'm going to take that down. It doesn't work very well. The prefixes and suffixes, that's under English Language Arts. I believe it just says to write 5 words with prefixes and suffixes or use them in a sentence. The directions are there. There's an assignment under math with addition and subtraction facts. It's just 10 very easy problems that they'll go through. And like I said, you just click on the course and look over there in upcoming. I think you can actually click on it here on the calendar as well. Yeah, it takes you right to it. So this is just a quick little thing, and they'll go through this and they'll click on each one and answer the questions. Okay, so that should be all about how to get to assignments on Schoology. Like I said, I encourage you to play with it. Schoology is just something that I had to just play with throughout the summer, and I still can't say that I'm an expert on it by any means. I realized the other day at open house when I was showing you all the libraries that I had not assigned the students as members to the library. So under lots of read alouds, if you click on that, it will take you to many different books, many different libraries with a variety of books. Like the first one, if it ever comes up, we'll have all the books with There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. This takes you to Storyline Online. That is celebrities reading stories to children. These are all Dr. Seuss books and the pigeon books. And what you would do is if you wanted to read The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog, you would click on that, and it would take you to Safe YouTube, which gets rid of all the ads. And for some reason, it didn't want to go to that right now. But let's see. It's a little stuck. So anyway, most of those should work. And I think that is all that I was going to tell you about right now. But like I said, I just want to reiterate that my number one priority is that they get to where they know how to do the assignments. More so than did they get a 100 on the assignment this week, and next week is just figuring out how to do remote learning. And if you have any other questions, you can just let me know.